Let's move to Lions-Packers. Jordan Love going to play in this game, in your estimation, Tom?
Certainly seems to be trending in that direction. I know, I mean, there was optimism, like I reported on Sunday, right after the injury, despite, Matt LaFleur being asked, how concerned are you? He says, very concerned. It's like the definition of a leading question. But they really thought that they had dodged a bullet with that one. He had the MRI that confirmed it. So, it's painful. He's got a groin injury, and those can take a little bit of time here. He may not be moving quite like 100% Jordan Love, but the fact that they have the bye the following week, if he can go out there and find a way to function. You see the videos out of practice, and even though we don't want to read too much into those, Rich, like I remember early in the season when Jordan Love in like week 3 was getting out on the field, and you could tell he was kind of going through the motions, knew he wasn't right. In this case, he's working on his handshakes with everybody else. Certainly seems like with treatment, with the things that they're doing, it's trending toward him being up on Sunday. Knowing the Packers, knowing Matt LaFleur, they'll probably list him as questionable, and we'll find out right around the time they'd have to elevate a quarterback whether he's going to go. But signs are good.
Lamar Jackson back on the practice field today after missing the last two. What ails him?
We've seen this so many times, Rich. Usually it's an illness that takes Lamar out for chunks of the practice week. I would fairly bet you that if you went back and you looked at quarterbacks who missed the most Wednesday and Thursday practices without missing a game on Sunday, Lamar has to lead the league in recent years here. So he's got back and knee soreness. It's something that they've been doing maintenance on. He was back at practice today. Again, knowing the Ravens, they'll probably list him as questionable for the game, but certainly the fact that he's back on the field on Friday, he's not, dragging out there from the videos I've seen. I would say that one's also trending toward him being available.
And then prior to kickoff of Thursday Night Football, one of those collective oh no moments, because he's such a good kid and everyone roots for him. Out here in Thousand Oaks, California, word from Rams practice is that Puka Nacua suffered something to the same knee that knocked him out over the last few weeks. What's going on with him, Tom?
Well, Rich, I want to take you behind the scenes for a second here on the game day kickoff show last night. And of course, it's Halloween. Rappaport and I are juggling trying to get out with our kids and get around the neighborhood a little bit with also needing to do several news hits on the show. We come up with the brilliant idea for the last hit. Hey, let's wear our costumes underneath our suits. So Ian's dressed as the Kool-Aid man. I'm wearing a bear suit. We're sitting there about 15 minutes before the hit, and all of a sudden the word comes from the Rams that Puka Nacua has left practice with a knee injury. And I literally texted Ian, I go, we might have to take off the bear suits because we have to report Puka Nacua has suffered a major injury here. This might not be appropriate. But we got word shortly thereafter that this was not a major injury. We'll see what it means, for his availability Sunday. Obviously pushing through, coming back from the PCL injury and being out there on really 1 day's of work last week and playing really well for the Rams. You always worry when a guy comes back and hasn't had a lot of practice time. Does that make you more susceptible for another more major injury? Does not sound like that's the case for Puka Nacua. So a sigh of relief, but still remains to be seen whether he's going to be out there this week.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku Channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.